Hey guys, it's your bro Richie Rich here. Today in this video I'm back with another explanation video for y'all, and this one's gonna be a little bit different. Because today I'll be talking to y'all about a special type of tuning company. Sorry, it's just battery is a little bit. There we go. So, today in this video I'll be talking to y'all about the company that I've been destined to talk to y'all about, which is SVT. Now, a lot of you might not know this one, but for all you Ford fans out there, y'all probably know this one. Um, so its full name is Special Vehicle Team, so this is going to be pretty exciting. So, before I start this video off, make sure you all like the video, subscribe, comment below what y'all think, hit the notification bell, and hit all so you let me know when I make brand new uploads. So, without any further ado, let's begin. So, SVT, or Special Vehicle Team. Here we go. So, SVT, aka Special Vehicle Team, aka SVT, was an arm of FMC, so FMC Ford Motor Company, responsible for the development of the company's highest performance vehicles, established in 1991. SVT was the successor to the SVO, Special Vehicle Operations Division. The last SVT director was Herman Salenbach, or Salenbach. I can't pronounce it, but I spell it SALENBAUCH. SVT is previously led by Hao Thaitang. So HAUTHAITANG from 2004 to 2007, and John Coletti from 1993 to 2004. In 2015, so less than 10 years ago, well, 11 years ago actually, Ford Racing alongside Ford Team RS and SVT obviously merged into a global entity named Ford Performance. Company type was subsidiary. Predecessor was SVO, Special Vehicle Operations, founded in 1991. 1991. Its defunct was 2015. Believe that was the last time they used it. I'm not too sure. Which was 2015, 11 years ago, because now it's 2026. Its fate was merged to form Ford Racing, which was its successor, Ford Racing. Headquarters was obviously in the U.S. Not sure where, but it was in the States. Products were high performance cars. The parent was FMC, so FMC Ford Motor Company. So in 2015, Ford Racing alongside Ford Team RS and SVT merged into a global entity named Ford Performance. Next is info. The group mainly produces specially tuned versions of Ford production vehicles, such as the 2010 F-150 SVT Raptor, which is based on the Ford. So 2010 F-150 SVT Raptor, which is based on the Ford F-150. However, they do occasionally develop models independently of the rest of the company, namely the Ford GT supercar, developed in conjunction with Celine. SVT's founded in 1980. SVT's founded in 1983 apparently by John Plant of Ford Marketing, Janie Bay of Janie Bay of FMPM, Ford Mustang Program Management, and Robert Burnham of FTPM, Ford Truck Program Management. Originally known as Special Vehicle Operations, SVO developed the 8486 2.3 liter turbocharged inline-4 Mustang SVO, which is unusual because most Mustangs are V8s. You can get them as 6 cylinders as well, but the V8s are the proper engines, as well as marketed performance parts through dealer networks, now known as Ford Performance Parts, or FPP for short. Ford SVT debuted. So Ford SVT debuted. Um, debuted the 2010 F-150 SVT Raptor high performance off-road truck using a completely redesigned suspension with internal bypass FRS Ford Racing shocks and specially developed uh, BF Good and specially developed BF Goodrich all-terrain 35-inch tires. So 35-inch tires. The Raptor is considered an OEM, so OEM style pre-runner. So pre-runners are reconnaissance vehicles used for high-speed testing of off-road race courses. So pre-runners are reconnaissance vehicles used for high-speed testing of off-road race courses before a race even happens. The F-150 SVT Raptor also, the F-150 SVT Raptor also debuted the all-new 6.2-liter V8 motor as an 6.2-liter V8 as an option for the 2010 model year, likely to be standard in subsequent model years. Ford reports both horsepower and torque as at 5,500 RPM for power and 4,500 for torque. So 5,500 RPM for power, 4,500 for torque, 411 horsepower, and 434 pound-feet, 588 newton meters of torque in the Raptor. All Raptor models will have a six-speed automatic, selectable four-wheel drive, and rear E locker. It's like a rare electronic locking differential thing that stays engaged at high speeds. In 2015, so less than 10 years ago, as a result of Ford's plan to globalize their cars, I think it's worldwide, both SVT and the European, so the Euro RS division merged, forming Ford Performance, and thus aligning all American and European performance vehicle activity together. Last one is SVT vehicles, and then I'll wrap it up. So there's quite a lot, but not colossal lot, but we'll see how much we can do for that. Anyways, so starting off with the first one, so there is, how many models there are? There is 4 models, so there's going to be quite a lot for each of these. So starting off with the first one is the SVT Lightning. They made they made 9 versions of these from 1993 up until 1995. This version, with only 9 available, had the 5.8-liter Windsor fuel-injected V8, making 240 horsepower and 340 horsepower and 240 horsepower and 340 pound-feet, 340 pound-feet, 461 newton meters of torque, which is not bad. They produced 5,276 in 1993, 4,007 in 1994, and 2,280 in 1995, bringing the total up to 11,563. Then we got the next SVT Lightning version from 1999 up until 2004. So they made 10 versions of these, and this time it had a slightly smaller V8, a 5.4-liter Triton V8, but this one is supercharged, making more power. In 1999 to 2000, it made 360 horsepower, and 440 pound-feet, 597 newton meters of torque, well, 600 for right up. In 1999, they made 4,000 of these dead on, and they made 4,966 back in 2000. So 966 more than what 1999 had. So it was a little bit less than 2000. But anyways, so that's how much they made. In 2001 to 2004, it was slightly more powerful with extra 20 horsepower and 10 pound-feet, 13 newton meters more torque than previously, bringing the power up to 380 horsepower and 450 and 450 pound-feet, 610 newton meters of torque, which means that in 2001 they made 6,381 of those cars in production. So in 2001, well, trucks because it's SVT. In 2002 they produced 4,726. In 2003, 4,270. In 2003, 4,270, and 2004, they made 3,781, bringing the total of up to 28,124. So it was more than the previous version with the 5.8 liter V8. Not bad. For total for the SVT Lightning was 39,687. It's almost 40,000 of those trucks were made. Next version is the SVT Cobra. So there's three versions of these ones. There's the Fox SN95-1/Fox 4 and SN95-2. So starting off with the Fox version, for the base and the R version, they were both from 1993, both with the same 5-liter Windsor V8 305. Both made 235 horsepower and 280 pound-feet, 380 newton meters of torque. However, for the base, they made 4,993 of those. For the R, with the lowest amount of 107. Total 5,100, which is not bad. A little bit over 5,000 is pretty good, dead on. Perfect. So next is still the SVT Cobra range with the SN95-1/Fox 4. So we got the base models from 1994 up until 1998. So for the base, for both 94 and 95, they had the same Windsor 5-liter V8 with 240 horsepower and 285 pound-feet, 386 newton meters of torque. So a little bit more power and torque than the previous Windsor V8. So in 1994, they made 6,009. 1995, 5,008. It's just for the base. Now we got same SN95-1/Fox 4. So for 96 to 98, now has a slightly smaller motor, but with a heck of a lot more power, from a 4.6 liter DOHC modular V8 motor, 305 horsepower and 300 pound-feet, 407 newton meters of torque. In 1996, they made 10,002 of those cars. 1997, 10,049. 1998, 8,006. So 1998, 8,654. Then we got the R version from 1995 with a 5.8, with the same Windsor V8, but it's been increased to 5.8 liters with 300 horsepower and 365 pound-feet, 495 newton meters of torque, with only 250 were made. Total 39,973, close to 40,000 were made. Not bad, which is pretty good. Next we got is the SN95-2, part of the SVT Cobra. So we got the base models first. From 1999 to 2001, they have the 4.6 liter DOHC modular V8 with 320 horsepower and 320 horsepower and 317 pound-feet, 430 newton meters of torque. In 1999, they made 8,095 of those. 2001, 7,251. For 2003, they have the same motor, and 2004 as well, but that was the supercharged version with up to 390 horsepower and 390 pound-feet, 530 newton meters of torque if you round up. For 2003, they made 13,476, close to 13,500 if you had an extra 24 more into it. That was 2003. 2004, however, they made only 5,664 of those. For the R version, from year 2000, it's got a slightly bigger motor, 5.4 liter DOHC modular V8, but it's a little bit less powerful than the supercharged V8 with 385 horsepower and 385 horsepower and 385 pound-feet, 522 newton meters of torque. Only 300 remain, which is not bad, not bad. I mean, yeah, sure, slightly less powerful than the 4.6, but pretty good, pretty good. Total was 34,895, and total for the SVT Cobra was 79,932, close to 80,000. That's nuts. All right, next up is the SVT Contour, which was the CDW 27. So it was made from 1998 up until 2000. So the three versions. So it had a 2.5 liter Duratec 25 SVT V6. In 1998, it had 195 horsepower and 165 pound-feet, 224 newton meters of torque. Made 6,535 of those. In 1999, it was a little bit more powerful, and the same in 2000, both producing 200 horsepower and 169 pound-feet, 170, 229, 230 newton meters of torque. In 1995, they made 2,760 of those. That was 1999, they made 2,760 of those. In 2000, 2,150. Total, 11,445. Pretty good, not too bad. And last but certainly not the very least, we got is the SVT Focus. SVT Focus CW 170, up from 2002 to 2004. All three versions have the 2-liter Z-Tech inline 4 motor with 170 horsepower and 145 pound-feet, 197 newton meters of torque. However, in 2002, they made 4,788 of those. That was 2002. 2003, 6,158. So 2003 and 2004, 3,057. Total, 14,003, bringing a grand total of all of the versions of the cars up to 144,993. So close to 145,000 vehicles were produced from this entire list. All right, so SVTs credited in the following vehicles. So there's, how many they are? 1, 2, 3, 4. Bear with me for a second, it's gonna take a while. At least less than 20 types of vehicles, but I'll go through this entire list very fast. So so SVT is credited in the following vehicles. So the 93 SVT Cobra and SVT, so 93 SVT, so 93 SVT, so 93, so 1993 SVT Cobra and SVT Cobra R. Then we got the 93-95 Ford SVT Lightning pickup truck. 94-95, so it's 93-95 SVT Lightning. 94-95 SVT Cobra, 95 SVT Cobra R. In the same year, the Ford Thunderbird, SVT concept car, and the Ford GT90. From 96 to 98, the SVT Cobra, the 96-98 SVT Cobra, 96-98 SVT Cobra, 98-2000 SVT, 98-2000 SVT Contour, 9901 SVT Cobra, 2000 SVT Cobra R, 9904 Ford SVT Lightning, 2000 Ford SVT Thunder, unreleased car brand of the 2000 Ford Expedition. 0304 SV, 0304 SVT Cobra, 0204 SV, 0304 SVT Cobra, so 0304 SVT Cobra, 0204 SVT Focus, 0506 Ford GT, 0709 SVT slash Shelby GT 500 Mustang, 2020, both the 2010 2014 Ford F-150 SVT Raptor, the 2017 and onwards Raptor loses the SVT prefix, and from the same year the SVT slash Shelby GT5 Shelby GT 500 Mustang. All right, and that is officially it for Ford SVT. So if you guys like this video, like, subscribe, comment below what y'all think, hit the notification bell, and hit all so you're alerted of when I make brand new uploads. Alright, so that'll be it. I'll see you guys soon in the next video. Till then, stay safe, have a great day, and I'll see you guys soon in the next video. So yeah, take care, folks. Stay safe out there, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye bye.